Okay, we have another question here, number 21, where we're going to be asked to write an equation or which expression type would fit the scenario that we're given. So we got a little bit of reading comprehension to go to put with our math. Going to get us a pen ready. We're going to be ready to underline some things that we see that we might need. Let's just get our pen going. We'll read our question here. Celeste earns $7 for an hour, and for the first 40 hours that she works in a week, that she gets time and a half for 5 hours here, and that 5 hours is overtime. And her deductions are $74.82. Okay, so any equation that we have, first of all, let's deal with this last statement. Her deductions total 74.82. Anything that we have, we should be subtracting $74.82 from whatever's calculated of her pay. We can rule out any answer choice that does not have a subtract 74.82 as part of the answer. So let's look at A. A has subtract 74.82. Okay, B has subtract 74.52. So that's not possible. And C has subtract the 74.82. And D has subtract 74.82. Okay, so we've ruled out B, so we don't have to worry about it now. So let's look at some of the things we've underlined. $7 for 40 hours and time and a half for 5 hours. Let's draw a line here. We have got to deal with this statement or this little phrase, time and a half. Any time or any instance where you see time and a half, this equates to 1.5 in numeric form. It means you're going to earn time, which is 1, and a half, which is 0.5 of perhaps. You can do it by hours, or you can do it by what you make per hour. You're multiplying, so order really does not matter about which one you're multiplying. So we have got to have something in the answer here that has 1.5 in it. That represents our time and a half. So now we can begin to look, and C does not have 1.5 in there. We're multiplying all of the hours times 7. Well, we get paid time and a half for 5 hours of overtime. And actually, A does not either. If you'll look, A just has 7 times a half, and it's not calculating in the time and a half. That should be a 1 above the 0 in answer choice A, or excuse me, in place of the 0, and that would make it a correct. So we can mark out A. And let's look at the answer, which is D, and let's look through the equation here and talk about the pieces and how they fit. So we have 7, our rate that we're earning out here. This is our dollars, all right, on the outside. So we have 7 times our 40 that we earned, okay, 40 hours here. So that's hours. And then plus our 5 times 1.5. Now this would be our overtime hours. So our regular hours H plus our overtime hours O. So we earn those at time and a half. So we would do 40 plus 5 times 1.5, and then we would multiply that times 7, and that would give us our total pay, and we subtract out our deduction. So the key on this one is underlining what we are given in the statement that we think we may need, recognizing that we have a deduction of 74.82 and taking that into account as we look at our answers, eliminating any that don't have that. And the phrase time and a half, and when we have an instance where we see time and a half, we know that should be 1.5 times something, either times the hours of overtime that you work or times your pay rate. And we look through our answer choices and find ones that don't have 1.5 taken into account, and we could eliminate those also.